Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Engine Builder Show. For our topic today, Gabe will be talking about the three important factors to optimize in your PPC marketing campaigns. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and enjoy the show. Good morning, everybody.
There was always a ton to learn. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well, and appreciate you taking time to be here with us today, whether you're catching it live or you're listening to the podcast later or watching this later. I appreciate you taking time to tune in. And just like Jethro mentioned, we're going to talk about three factors that you can optimize in your PPC, your pay-per-click campaigns. And we're going to look at both Google advertising campaigns and also Facebook ads in what we talk about today. And the reason I want to share this is because having managed well over $50 million of ad spend over the years, and having been on that side of it, there's times where we forget to go back to the basics and remember the things we need to look at and optimize and improve. And there's also times where if we are looking at managing another team, or if we're not doing the marketing directly ourselves, and we actually just need to be managing or guiding or leading a team that's doing marketing, it's good to understand the components that can be looked at. And so wherever you're sitting kind of in that spectrum of actually doing the work from a marketing perspective, or if you're looking at managing a marketing team, or you have an agency, or even if you would like to work with us and have us run your traffic, these are things to be aware of and think through. And that way you can ask these questions of yourself or of the teams that you're leading, and it will help you get more effective results from your advertising. And so the first thing to take a look at is what factors can be optimized is what is your targeting like? And with Facebook ads and with platforms similar to Facebook, there's two kind of approaches that we like to explore and test. And one is being like super specific with your targeting, really detailed, layering in a lot of factors and a lot of details to target a specific group with the targeting platform. Like with Facebook, you can choose regions and demographics and interests and all sorts of different things. That's one approach to take. The other approach you can take in targeting is to leave your targeting wide open and allow your copy, your message, your image to attract the right people. And that's one that's often forgotten, is that sometimes we feed too much information into the AI machine that is, Facebook, and that's where we can, get in trouble. Good morning, Asesta. Hope you're doing well. And so again, you can go really detailed and you can add more things in, or you can test different targeting, or you can leave it wide open and broad and just let your copy and your image and your message actually, filter in the right people. And so again, that's the one that's sometimes forgotten on the Facebook side that's always worth testing. When we look at Google ads, which is, keyword-based search, similar concepts apply. You can go with a really broad keyword and just get a lot of traffic to your offer and see which people engage with it there. Or you can go with long tail phrases. As an example, really broad term that we see some people sometimes use and it's ineffective is, air conditioning. If you put air conditioning in, you don't know if it's air conditioning for your car, for your house. It's really broad and there's a lot of search around that. But if you put in you track a keyword and you target a keyword, air conditioning repair company near me, that's a really long specific phrase that somebody's putting in. And so they have a really targeted, high intent search that they're doing. So in Google ads, those are your two kind of ends of the spectrum. But you can explore doing more broad things to see what kind of results you get, because typically broad is going to be a little bit less expensive. Whereas some really long tail, super specific searches will have a higher cost per click. But those are things, again, from a targeting perspective that you can look at. But overall, targeting is the first thing you can look at optimizing. Are you going to go really detailed and specific? Are you going to go broader? There's ways to look at that. But targeting is the first thing to learn about, look at what's working, what's not working, and optimize that. The second thing to pay attention to is congruency from your ads to your landing page. Or from, the origin, wherever you first get in front of the prospect, to them calling or clicking through. when I think about congruency, it's often missed. I see there's times we go in and audit other campaigns that are being run before we get hired to come in, and I'll see somebody use one search phrase and talk about something in their ad, but when somebody clicks through, it's a completely different topic. And so the person that viewed the ad and clicked is confused, about if they're in the right place. So I always like to use the example: if you had a sign, on your building that said, nail salon, come and get your nails done. And then you walk in and it's an auto repair shop full of mechanics and they've got cars torn apart, motorcycles torn apart. If somebody saw the sign, walked through the door, and then entered the mechanic's garage, they would turn around and walk out because they would be in the wrong place and they'd be confused and they'd be concerned too. They'd be like, man, I thought I was walking into the nail salon. Too often I see folks when they're creating an ad or something or a post on LinkedIn and it talks about, how to achieve this result or, get this repair, this service done. When we click through the landing page, then there's no mention of what was in the ad. And so the person is confused. Am I on the right page? So that lack of congruency really, really hurts your advertising campaigns. You can optimize that, and you want high congruency up to and including like the subdomain or the /URL of your landing page matching the topic that you're talking about. That's the level of detail you can go in with congruency. The same thing applies as if you make an offer and say, like, call us today for this, $99 special repair or whatever you're selling. If people call and you don't even mention your company name, there's no congruency from the ad to the first touch that they have with your company. That landing page is really a call, or somebody picking up the phone. So that congruency is what's really key to make sure that it's optimized and it really matches, and there's just a high amount of trust. And so the details match from initial impression to ad copy to clicking through or to, the advertising that's heard or seen and then calling. There needs to be congruency between the ad and the actual page or the first touch. And then the third thing to look at that you can optimize with your campaigns is your on-page conversion rates. And so ideally, you want to have a minimum, like a kind of a benchmark that we look at is if you can get 2% of your traffic to convert into taking the step you want them to take, whether that's purchasing something small, whether it's opting in, then that's a good baseline. But ultimately, if you can get of 100 people that click through and view your landing page, if you can get 6 or 8 or 10 or even higher number of people to convert to the next step, that's what's going to help you, lower your cost of acquisition, lower your traffic costs, and get better results. And so once you have targeting that's working, you're getting in front of the right people, and you have congruency between your ad and your landing page, then you want to look on the landing page and say, how do we get more people to take action on this? How can I positively incentivize them with ethical things that I can deliver from a value standpoint that would make them say, man, I really want to try this today, instead of thinking about it and forgetting about it and not coming back. And so that on-page conversion will allow you to have less traffic and a lower cost per acquisition, but you'll be able to have a consistent stream of leads and prospects and buyers coming in. So those are the things to look at as you look at how to optimize your pay-per-click campaigns, your targeting, your congruency, and your on-page conversion are 3 simple things to evaluate and really just pay attention to that will allow you to get better results from your campaigns. If you need help with any of that, we love helping our clients. Like I mentioned, we've managed over $50 million in ad spend over the years, and we have really great success in the home services space with attorneys, with coaches and consultants. And so we would love to help you. You can reach out at businessmarketingengine.com and learn more about the process. And again, we'd even be glad to just talk to you and see what you have running now that may be, operating well, or maybe could use some more optimization. So reach out if you need help, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show.